have an intro yet. How's it go?
We don't have an intro. We don't have an intro. Insert good intro here. And
you should sing it, Phil.
all right.
Actually, I think Phil.
You already did.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mealtime Uncensored.
Yeah. Hashtag uncensored.
Hashtag. So we're going to take a moment just to introduce ourselves, and I will let the person to my right introduce herself
I am
first.
to your right. I am to your right.
You are.
I am Allie Westenberg with an IE.
And I am Melissa Trippy.
And this is our first podcast.
And if you guys want to follow us and be a part of this podcast, we are going to use a hashtag Mealtime Uncensored.
Yes.
And we do have Twitter and Instagram, and you guys can follow us on there.
Absolutely.
What is yours, Allie?
My Twitter is Allie West, but it's ALLIEWESS. And then my Instagram is Allie West, but there's only one S on that one.
Surprise.
I know, crazy, right?
Well, I'm pretty original, and I'm at Melissa Trippy.
There you go.
You know?
Perfect. Hey, it's easy, simple, to the point.
I try to keep it consistent. Oh, and we also have YouTube channels.
We do.
We are part of the YouTube community.
Yes, we are.
So, I am at youtube.com/Mel, M-E-L.
Mm-hmm. And actually, you guys may know me from my boyfriend's channel, which is part of the CTFXC. So it's actually CTFXC. So if you guys have not checked us out yet, you definitely should go check out the Mel channel. She is there with herself, her lovely boyfriend, and also her beautiful dog. And then I'm over there with this weirdo. So
and two awesome dogs plus Diesel, so that's three awesome dogs.
Yes.
Hello.
And then my boyfriend.
And the boyfriend.
Yeah.
And my brother. He's
and
my
your
brother. Surprise.
Crazy.
Oh.
Anyways, guys, so
let's explain what meal means.
yes, we should. So for those of you wondering what hashtag mealtime means, because we use that quite frequently, actually.
Quite. Yes.
Meal stands for, what does the ME stand for?
ME stands for the ME part of Melissa.
Yes, and the AL stands for Allie. So what we did was joined our names together to create none other than mealtime.
So it's almost like the most, it's pretty much better than Brangelina.
Oh, I think it's amazing.
I think it's better. So what we are doing for our first podcast is kind of an introduction and maybe to talk about a couple different topics that we wrote down.
Absolutely. But we also want to make sure that we can talk about things that you guys want to hear about, that you guys want to be involved in, that you want to talk about. So that's why we've created the hashtag
Mealtime Uncensored.
Oh boy. So anyways, if you guys have some awesome topics that you guys want us to talk about, anything you're interested in, make sure you send a tweet, or you can probably even put something on Instagram, but I recommend a tweet to hashtag Mealtime Uncensored to either at Melissa Trippy for Twitter or at Allie West on Twitter as well.
So find us. So anyways, so we are going to talk about
a few topics that we have in mind.
Yes. Oh, and we're also going to do a podcast once a week. So be sure to stay tuned for all of our fun and crazy moments.
Oh, one thing we forgot to mention to you guys.
Allie? What did we forget?
Right now, I know you guys can't see us, but you should see what we're wearing.
Oh, it's so classic.
It really is.
We
bunny suits.
are in bunny suits.
We are. And don't worry, guys, because in the near future, what we're planning on doing is something where we have a video that goes along with the podcast. So if you can't see or listen to the podcast, you can watch the video.
And you can see our train of thoughts happening while we look at each other and think,
I know.
Oh,
our facial expressions are
very intense.
Oh, yes.
We're like, oh, that needed to be said.
Absolutely.
We got this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hashtag.
But anyways, so we're going to get back to our topics. So what we have now is just a few topics that we're kind of just want to start this off with. And being girls, we thought the best thing to start off with is worst dates.
Worst dates.
And we all know that men and women alike have had these worst dates.
And they're always so intriguing. When you talk to somebody after you've had a bad date, they are always like, oh my God, I should tell you about mine.
Yes.
So, Allie, I would like to hear about your worst date.
Okay. Well, here's the funny thing. I've had quite a few.
Yeah.
I've had quite a few.
Tell us about it.
Not my boyfriend. My most current boyfriend, who's okay. He is not taking me on any bad dates, and he's staring at me right now, which you guys can't see. It's very strange. But, anywho, so I'd have to say that one of my worst dates... Oh, dear.
I hope you guys heard that. One of
my worst dates basically was with this guy who I've known pretty much my whole life. And we dated a long time ago, and then we got older, and we decided we'd date again. And he took me out to a restaurant that was closed, first off.
Oh, no.
And here's the thing. It closed at the same time every night. And he took me to that restaurant.
So it's not like anything changes.
And here's the thing. He goes, oh, I go here all the time with my family.
Oh.
So he knows when it closes.
He knew.
Okay? So basically what we did from there was we went out to another place. It was a little too late to get food. It was a local bar. But we went there, and he's like, yeah, let's just go have a drink, and let's just have a good conversation. And we get there, and not even maybe 2-3 minutes later, his friend shows up.
What?
Along with 3 other guys. Yes. Okay. And they're like, oh, what are you guys doing here? This is so crazy. We should go downtown. So, of course, he's driving, so where do I go? With him. Takes us downtown. We go downtown to another bar. I know this sounds a little boring, but wait. So we get downtown to this relatively nice little kind of bar downtown of Beach Drive, and it's kind of an up-and-coming place. And he buys me a beer, doesn't even ask me what I want. We sit down, and he's not even talking to me, he's talking to his friends, and I notice him, and he's like looking over at another girl sitting in a chair who is a friend of mine.
Oh,
well,
no,
I should say
didn't.
an acquaintance, okay? And he kept talking to her, or kind of like looking at her, and I knew that they were having this like eye-to-eye contact that was like a weird, conversation.
They were having sexual tension across the room.
They seriously were. And basically what happened from there is she came over and she started chatting with him, and I said I was going to go to the bathroom. Came out from the bathroom, and she's sitting on his lap. I sit back down in my chair. Yep. I sit back down in my chair. I waited about 5 minutes to see if he noticed anything, if he said anything. So I noticed that his beer was low, and I just thought I'd be a little bit of an asshole. And I go, hey, do you need another beer? And he goes, oh, yeah, actually I do.
Oh.
So we're on a date together, and he says this to me. So I was like, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I walk inside, I call my friend Julie, and I told her what was going on. She said, you know what I think you should do? She's like, it's time to be a mean girl. So what did I do? I walked inside, I got him a beer, but I also ordered shots for everybody at the bar on his tab. And then I left. And I didn't even tell him that I left. So I brought him his beer, went back inside, bought shots for everybody on the bar, left it on his tab, which you guys might think this is very rude and disrespectful, but if you were there, women, you would understand.
You needed to do that.
Here's the worst part. The next day, he calls me and he's like, oh my gosh, what happened? I can't believe you left. Was everything okay? I was so worried about you. And I said, do you not remember being with that girl?
Oh.
And he's like, oh, we were just friends. And I was like, all right, that's cool. Anyways, asked me out for the next couple of months. That was one of my worst days.
He's gross.
What about you, Melissa?
So I went to a friend's wedding out on a cruise ship.
Oh boy.
And one of the waiters was cute. He started talking to me, and I had just got out of a really serious relationship, so my mom was like, Melissa, the waiter's super cute. So I was like, yeah, he is. We exchanged emails because he was foreign.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, emails are the easiest, safest way to go. So he and I emailed back and forth. I actually got an email from him that same day that was just completely broken English. Found out he was from Croatia.
Okay.
So all of the emails were just extremely all over the place. Didn't make very much sense. I mean, they were just trying to piece a bunch of English words together and not making any sense. I agreed to go on a date with him still. So the only place I could meet him was somewhere near the port of Tampa because he worked on a cruise ship. So we met at Channelside. And he's like, well, we'll go to this restaurant in Channelside. It's a very nice restaurant. Okay, it's about brunch time. So we get there about 11 o'clock. We walk in, and he takes me to Bennigan's.
Oh, my.
I'm like, okay, no worries. You know, I'm not a sassy, prissy girl. I'll go to Bennigan's.
Yeah.
First of all, he shows up in this like tight, gross shirt with sunglasses on. He had sweat stains just dripping from his shirt. It was disgusting. Anyways, I still agreed to go into Bennigan's with him. He walked into Bennigan's. We sat down at the table, And the waiter comes over and he goes, or it was a she goes, what can I get you guys to drink? And I said, can I please have a glass of water? And he said, I'll have a bottle of your finest wine. At 11 o'clock and at Bennigan's. So she just looked at him kind of crazy and she goes, okay. So she brings out a bottle of, I don't even know, the cheapest wine that they had at Bennigan's in one of those beer tubs. And she put ice in it and stuck the wine bottle in there. And I was like, oh my gosh, here we go. This is going to be interesting. Yeah. So we get to the point where it's time to order. Well, at 11 o'clock in the morning, you're not really that hungry.
No, you're not.
And you have a bottle of wine sitting on your table. You're like, what?
Beer tub.
In a beer tub. So I'm sitting there looking at it, and I was like, I'm just going to get a salad. A salad is good. You know, I wanted to be that girl on a first date. I wanted to be like, oh, I don't eat much, which I do. Don't get me wrong. My boyfriend's looking at me right now. He knows that I eat. And so I got a salad, and he goes, oh, no, you can't just have a salad. And I said, well, and he goes, we get an appetizer. So he gets peel and pull shrimp. Never saw peel and pull shrimp before.
And at Bennigan's.
So thank God I saw him peeling and pulling the shrimp out of the shells that they come in. Yes. Because otherwise those things would have went in my mouth. So clearly I'm not fancy enough for Bennigan's. So anyways, needless to say, Mama Trippy. My mom says needless to say a lot.
All the time.
So we get to the time where we're going to order our meals. And I ask for my salad finally because he allows me to get my salad. And he then says, I would like a filet mignon. I just sat there and I looked at him and I said, excuse me? And he said, I would like a filet mignon. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. You're at Bennigan's. You're not going to get a filet mignon. And the waitress goes, oh, we don't have filet mignon. And he goes, I want filet mignon. And I was like, oh no, here it goes. And he threw this temper tantrum in the middle of Bennigan's.
At 11 a.m.
And I was like, oh my God. So he finally settled on some other kind of steak that Bennigan's had. Yeah. It's probably like a skirt steak. I don't know. No offense to anybody that likes skirt steaks. And we're just sitting there having conversation. It was the worst conversation. He ended up having a wife an ex-wife and kids back in Croatia. And he was just all over the place.
Oh my gosh.
It gets better. So I finally managed my way to get out of this date. Yeah. I'm I really have to go back home. So he said, okay, well, I'll walk you out. So we're walking out. So I'm I need to give him a hug. I'm a hugging person. I'm going to give him a hug. So I go to give him a hug and he comes at me with fish lips. Straight on fish lips. And I was like, oh my God. And I just put my hand up and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I was like, it was a really pleasure meeting you. I'm like, but this isn't really gonna work out. And he's like, but and then I left. And then I heard from him after email and I was like, oh no. But that was it. So that was probably my worst date.
What's the problem with that date? I don't understand.
It was the best date. I'm sorry.
I feel like mine wasn't as descriptive as this should have been. But I think every girl has had that worst date. And not one of them has been the same.
No.
No, they're all different.
No, and I think that one of my friends, she actually talked about writing a book because she was single for a really long time. She was like, I need to write a book about the most horrific dates that I've ever been on.
I can imagine.
I think you could be a bestseller if you do that.
Absolutely.
I mean, didn't Chelsea Handler do that? Oh, she did a lot of slutty adventures.
Yeah, we can't do that.
We can't do that.
No.
So, if you guys...
I did get asked, hang on, rewind. I actually did get asked out on a first date with a particular individual, and he said he wanted to take me out to a really nice dinner, and this is so funny because I was not really big on going to dinner. I don't know, I always got really creeped out for some reason. I was just like, no, let's just go do something normal. Yeah. And I feel like dinner, you didn't really have the opportunity to get to know a person.
I don't like dinner on a first date.
And so I allowed them to pick me up, and guess where they took me on that dinner date? I think I told you this.
I don't.
Taco Bell.
Oh, God, I do remember this. That is amazing.
They took me to Taco Bell.
Did you get to order, more than $1?
I was like, oh, wow, can I order something off of the value menu meal? They said, honey, you can have another 6 if you want.
Did you get a chalupa with steak?
There was no kissing. Oh, wait, I got another one. Okay, actually, here's the thing.
You're welcome.
Yes. So my boyfriend just reminded me of something. Okay, so oh gosh. All right, here's the thing. This is for the guys out there. Take note.
Here's a PSA for you.
If you ever use an IE or a Y on the end of a word that does not deserve it, don't use it.
Don't.
Okay? So
Give us an example,
okay.
Allie.
So kissy, tummy. Belly does have the Y, and tummy does too. But what I'm trying to say is don't talk baby talk.
Don't
okay?
do it.
Baby talk is not cute, especially if you're over the age of 25.
Yep.
Nope.
And on a first date.
Well, here's the thing. It wasn't a first date. It was like a third date. However, he did ask me for a kissy in public. He grabbed my arm and it was like that Lifetime movie moment where you spin around and your hair twists and it's like the leaves fall at the perfect moment and then they ask for a kissy and everything stops. Those leaves go up in flames. Your hair gets all crazy looking. Nothing's perfect anymore. And then he asked me if my tummy hurt. Yeah, that's real. Asked me if my tummy hurt. And this man was about 29.
So,
Yeah.
End to be all. Just don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. And you know what? Here's the thing. If you're on a first date and it's not going well and you know it's not going well, I recommend getting out.
Yeah.
Politely say it's time for you to leave. Men and women alike.
And I think that after your first date. I dare I say first date, you'll know if you want to see them again.
Absolutely.
And I had kind of a rule. Like if I didn't hear from you within the time that I had my first date, even if it's just as simple as if it's a late night, did you get home safely, or I had a really nice night with you, I was like, I probably wouldn't ever see you again. So,
and I think so many guys think if you say something, it's like creepy.
No, and it's not.
It's not.
Like that whole 3-day rule. If I give a guy my phone number and he doesn't call me for 3 days, I'm on to the next one. I'm sorry.
But here's the thing, like if you are a guy and you wait 3 days, I think that's a little weird.
I do too.
You're like, oh gosh, I've been so busy for these past 3 days, even though everybody waits for 3 days to call you. That's creepy.
And you've been thinking about somebody for 3 days and still not making any kind of an action.
Yeah, a little strange.
So there you go, guys. If you are a guy listening to this podcast, we just helped you out.
We did.
So take it from us. We also have some dating advice. That could be a
Meal
segment.
time advice.
Oh,
yes. Ask us questions. If you guys need any advice and you want some advice that may or may not work, ask us.
We can help with friends,
we
friend conflicts.
can. Oh, yes. Dating.
Dating.
I feel like we've put together a lot of I don't want to say a lot. I feel like there's a few relationships that we were a part of when it came to putting them together.
I agree.
Bringing them together.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
That little matchmaker in us. Well, anyways, guys, so on to another topic, okay? Like I said, we are open to your guys' ideas. These are just ones that we're throwing out there that we think would be fun to talk about. Obviously, we are girls. We love kind of doing this little gossip thing. Yeah. So we kind of want to do like a gossip corner.
Yeah.
You know? And
yeah, we definitely, and sometimes when Allie and I get an idea in our head, we sometimes turn to YouTube.
We do.
And then we could spend hours on
talking
YouTube.
About something. Let's actually talk about what we talked about that one particular day.
Wasn't it the surprise proposals?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Holy cow. We talked about this probably for 3 hours.
At least.
And it makes every guy out there, well, it actually puts them all to shame, okay?
Yeah.
Because most guys will never be able to compare to the gentlemen out there that have done these proposals. They're so insane.
Insane. And I hate to even say this, but on my videos recommended now are a lot of proposal videos, so I look like a creep. So, Phil, I promise, I'm not just going out there. Yeah. I blame Allie.
It's just kind of interesting. She blames me. It's my fault. I was like, Melissa, you have to look at these proposals. No. But, yes.
Open your eyes.
Phil, get your shit together.
Get it together.
But, yeah, it was kind of funny because we found something on YouTube. We were kind of talking about it for a while, and it was actually, I feel like it was one of our funniest conversations.
I agree, and I think that you and I even shed a couple tears.
We did.
There was some on Ellen DeGeneres.
Mm-hmm.
We watched a couple of those, and then what was the one that there was a couple.
The dance one.
Oh,
I think everybody knows about that one, where the guy puts his wife on the back of the car. I'm sorry, his soon-to-be
fiancé.
on the back of the car, and then they did this crazy dance as she was
flash
driving away.
mob.
It was amazing.
They did, and they like didn't they hold up signs for her? They did like this whole story.
Great.
It was just okay. So here's a recommendation when it comes to a proposal.
Yes.
I think
Unique. Something unique.
something that's catered to the person. Like
Absolutely.
you don't want to do something that doesn't even affect
Absolutely
the
not.
person's heartstrings.
No.
And oh yeah, so I have a couple rules,
Okay.
and I may or may not have told Phil this. I have told Phil this.
What?
So there's a couple. They're not rules. They're just recommendations.
Okay.
So my recommendations, the first big one is just to ask for my parents' blessing.
I agree.
Even
Ask
my
my
brother,
brother.
like, go ahead and ask my brother. Ask my dad. My mom would probably tell. No, my mom wouldn't tell me. My dad would probably tell me before my. I don't know. I don't think anybody would tell me.
See, I knew about my sisters.
You did?
Yeah, actually, my brother-in-law called me probably a month or so before.
Aww.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. And then he ended up telling my mom like 2 weeks before.
See, you gotta like. I feel like that's even though it's super traditional. I think it's also respectful.
I like it though.
I do
Kind
too.
of makes it more
Yeah.
bittersweet.
Yeah, I told Phil I would like a blessing. I need to have my nails done. I don't don't want to be crazy cat lady. I would also, if he could get it on camera, that's great.
Yeah,
If
it's kind of
not-
cool to have that memory.
Yeah, and then like if there's a way to have like your family and friends be there
Somewhere.
either afterwards as a big party celebration or behind you, or I don't know how that would
Something.
even work.
Memorable.
Do you have rules?
No.
No.
Because I'll be really honest, like I never really thought about marriage too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think me in particular, I'm sure one day it'll come, but I really like I'm happy with my life right now. I'm very happy with my boyfriend, and that's what's most important to me. And if that comes in the future, it comes, and I don't plan on it. I just kind of let it happen.
Yeah.
Which my sister was the one who she was ready. She's like, I have a feeling. I know it's going to come. I know it's going to be like this. I know he's going to do it like that. We're going to go on this trip. And it was so funny because he did all these things. Okay, I'm kind of like going sidetracked. Anyways, my sister, let's focus on that for a second. My sister, her husband did something really awesome. He set up all these like weird trips and little like getaways leading up to the point, so she always thought it was gonna happen. She's like, I have a feeling he has my ring size and all this stuff. So she had all these ideas it was gonna happen on that trip or it was gonna happen on that trip. And then finally when she was like, okay, he's really just taking me on trips, that's all it is, he actually did it at home.
Oh.
So she got off of work and she like walked in and there was roses everywhere and it was just amazing. It was like perfect. But he ended up taking her on an engagement trip too. So it was kind of cute. But I liked the idea because it wasn't like the actual proposal itself was just like super extravagant. It was like leading up to it was like the cool part.
That's cool. It's
Yeah.
like a scavenger hunt almost.
Exactly.
Those are cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I like watching some proposals, and I think it's interesting to see where somebody's mind goes.
Absolutely.
You know?
Well, it comes from your heart.
Yeah.
I think that's the coolest
You'd hope
part.
so.
Yes.
You know?
All right, we're going to get
Okay.
off this girly stuff.
Yeah, so let's talk dudes. No, I'm
All
just
right.
kidding. Let's talk sports.
Well, here's
So-
the thing, guys. I've played sports, but do I know anything about sports? No.
No?
But I'm willing to learn because do you want to know why?
Why?
We have Stepdad Phil.
We have stepdad Phil here sitting around this round table.
Phil, you
Well,
want to say hi?
Hi guys. How's everybody doing out there?
This is Phil. We call him stepdad Phil because why?
Well,
Why do we call you
For
stepdad?
some reason, I'm slowly evolving into a stepfather without any stepchildren. But when it happens, I'm gonna be ready.
Phil, he's the authoritative figure in our lives.
He is.
He's also my boyfriend. Mm-hmm. He's one half of Chill, which is
I thought you were gonna say I was part Cherokee or something.
no,
His part turkey.
no. He's CH is the part of Chill is Charlie, and then IL is Phil. So
Yep.
they're Chill versus meal.
And a team meal. Hashtag.
Hashtag.
Team meal. Always wins.
Always.
Always wins.
But Phil's going to tell us a little bit about sports. Apparently, there's a lot of controversy happening right now in the
Yeah.
sports industry and the sports.
Did you see what I saw?
The deflated balls.
No. What happened with Will Ferrell? Pecking that cheerleader in the face at that basketball game. Oh my
Poor
gosh.
girl, can you believe that he did
I
that?
can't believe it.
I just,
Games nowadays.
you
What
know.
are sports
You know, who does
anymore?
Will Ferrell think he is?
I know. But Phil, back to your deflated balls.
I just think I remember hearing all the ladies were all aflutter hearing Tom Brady talk about his balls this week.
Oh.
Did you hear that interview?
No.
What was the lip reading thing?
They always put out a video every year of all the coaches and players, like NFL Films does, and they lip sync like crazy ad libs of what they fake things of what they're saying. But no, this one was about Tom Brady. Apparently, he was throwing 11 of his 12 balls were deflated by 2 extra pounds.
Oh, no, he didn't.
So yeah, they're easier to catch and they're easier to throw. And it was rainy out. But it didn't matter because they beat the crap out of the Colts anyways. But
So now the
Isn't that something they should probably check before the game even
you would
starts?
think the umpires would know that.
I'm sorry, but I call straight up shenanigans. I mean, really.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell me
We're paying off the
because I
refs.
know that with like playing basketball. When I play basketball, that was like a thing that the refs did. They would take the basketball and they squeezed the basketball and they made sure. I mean, it was like something that was so normal and it always happened right before the game. And you're telling me that an infamous football player, football game, teams,
yes.
Going
On
to the
TV.
championships.
they didn't go, oh God, his balls are squishy.
Yeah, like they're a little deflated and wrinkly.
I'll always laugh when you say that. I'll always laugh.
Oh my God, I cracked myself up.
It's like we're about to divulge down a sweaty balls skit
We
right
might do it.
Sweaty balls.
Sweaty balls, you know.
Oh, goodness.
Tom Brady, get your
You
balls
know,
inflated.
Get those shits together, Tom Brady.
Either way, it's going to make it so that there's going to be more entertainment involved with the Super Bowl if it's not already entertaining. Because
have
here
to
we
agree.
are talking about
We are
it.
talking about. I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl.
I am too, and
Yeah.
that's It's the Patriots versus the Ravens.
No.
Oh,
No,
I
it's not.
lied.
Yeah.
Who is it?
It's the Patriots versus Seahawks.
Oh, they're the current champions.
That was the trick. If you guys didn't
What's
catch
the
on.
noise Seahawk makes? All right, now if your eardrums weren't already blown out now, what's the sound a Patriot makes?
Oh, that's good.
Thank you.
That's good.
Thank you.
I don't know if I could.
Allie, come on. Top of your head.
I actually did a hand movement. You guys can't.
I
see
wish
it.
that we were recording this right now. You
pretty
guys
great.
could see us trying to mimic a gunshot in bunny suits.
It was great. I
pretty
know.
amazing.
It was pretty.
So Phil also helped us write down a couple different subjects, and I know that this is a subject that I like hearing about, which was our first album. Hey Phil,
Oh no.
why don't you tell us about the first album you
This
ever
plan
bought?
completely backfired.
It completely did. It absolutely did. And I
Okay,
would-
you know what? Here goes. There's no shame in my game. So I was 7, all right, and this is back when we didn't have a CD player. We didn't have your fancy CDs, all right. I was born in '82. This is '89, all right. And my mom gave my brother and I $10. I went to Kmart. I lived in Canton, Illinois, and we were torn between 2 albums. '89. What were they? It was the Paul Abdul album with the Cold Hearted Snake song.
Yep.
Which is a pretty hot video.
It's
I love
very
Paul Abdul.
hot.
Have you seen that video?
I don't know if I
When they're
have.
sexually crawling around the scaffolding?
We should maybe have to Google that.
There was some
gonna
special
Google.
things happening in that video.
Some special.
Anyways, we were torn between that album and Milli Vanilli, and Milli Vanilli won, and I love that album so much that we have a mirror in our living room, and every morning, my mom was a teacher, so she would already be off to school, and my brother and I would get ready, and we walked across the street to our school, and I would dance in front of the mirror every morning to Milli Vanilli.
Show us a little dance.
No, it's.
We might have
no.
to save that for when we have the video up.
Yep. Well,
know?
we might have to save that.
Yeah, so that was my first album, and I was devastated when I found out they were lip syncing. And one of the guys committed suicide.
Oh,
I know, I just went there with
what
the
a
podcast.
terrible
I know.
story.
Rest
I
in
know.
peace.
That was a very
Milli
unhappy ending.
Vanilli.
Yeah.
May you rest in
But
peace.
Paula Abdul's fine.
I love
She
her.
is
Yeah, and
super
Gloria
hot.
Estefan.
Have you seen Jennifer Lopez lately?
No.
She's smoking.
She's always smoking.
God,
What the crap? What is she eating? What's in her water?
I don't know. She is flawless.
I can't understand
I
it.
don't either.
I actually got a really good compliment today. Sorry, I just got to throw this out there, and I know it sounds really stubborn, but it made my day because most people think I look like I'm 40 on the internet.
No.
So I was doing a very nice deed for my boyfriend, meaning I went to Panera Bread. That came out really wrong really quickly. And I walk in, and this girl's having this conversation behind the counter with another girl, and it was really funny about, what do you think is worse, a mom walking out or a dad walking out? And I started laughing just because it was just so funny, like the conversation that they were having. And she turned to me and she goes, "Are you married?" And I said, No, I'm not married, not yet. And I'm very happy in my relationship. And she's like, "Yeah, you look a little too young to be married. What are you, 18? And I was like, "Oh my God, you just made my day. I'm so happy." And I was like, "No, I'm actually almost 28. Actually, about 2 months, I'll be 28. And I told her that whenever I wanted a compliment, I would come back in and see her. Back to the CDs. First CDs. I'm telling you, they give you great food and compliments.
Oh, I love Panera.
Free of charge.
I love Panera.
Sorry, it just reminded me.
What was your first CD?
I don't even remember. I feel
What was
like
your first concert?
Okay.
You always remember your first concert.
was Story of the Year.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you were a little older.
No, I take that back. That's wrong. My first concert was Warped Tour. I feel like when I say my first concert, because I don't look at Warped Tour as a concert.
Yeah, it was a festival.
Yeah. So I've been going to Warped Tour, since I think I was sophomore in high school.
You were that girl.
Yeah, I was that girl.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was I was a sophomore. And then I would say that my first concert, aside from like Warped Tour, yeah,
It was Warped Tour.
it was Story of the Year. Was it Story of the Year? Was it? No, I know Warped Tour was my first concert. Well, whatever you want to call it, festival. So
concert.
I'll go with Warped Tour.
So you had a lot of concerts.
I did.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
Mine was Leanne Rimes.
Oh,
When she sang
erase it.
Blue.
I got a good one.
Oh boy.
What?
Let's hear it, Philly.
Phil's over here waving his hand. He wants to engage.
My first concert, my dad took me. It was 1995. Yeah, I'm so old. God, I'm so old.
Some of these people probably listening to this are like, I wasn't even born.
I know.
My God, he's so old.
I know.
So old.
Well, anyways, the only
This is a good song though.
It was
story.
It was. I went to the Rolling Stones Voodoo Lounge tour in seventh grade.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and we were at the old Tampa Bay Stadium, and I saw my first boobies there.
Oh, look at you feeling.
I know. They were like down 2 rows and a couple seats over. I remember it like it was yesterday,
So now we know why these subjects are written down.
I see it.
Yeah, well, I didn't put the concert one down.
They're the most memorable.
Yeah.
I know. Anyways, they got dragged out quick by security.
Oh,
and then
boy.
my dad got really drunk and started directing traffic out of the stadium.
I take that back. I do remember my first concert.
What?
And I know there's a lot of people out there who are parrot heads, and you do not appreciate this, but I can't stand him. I can't. But it was Jimmy Buffett.
You can't stand him?
Nope. I used to work, when I was really young, I worked on the beach in an island shop. So all I heard was steel drums and Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger in Paradise. I heard that in my head probably up until last
Can you
year.
see the end of it? I like mine with
Lettuce
lettuce and
and
tomato.
tomato.
Hey, hi,
Cinnamon and French fried potatoes.
Big kosher pickle and a cold draft beer. Saying, good God Almighty, which way do I steer?
Well, I don't remember
All right.
that well.
There you go. There's Phil for you.
Stepdad Phil is
Come
in
in
the
and
house.
It started with the shorts and it's ended with the Jimmy Buffett.
Holy cow.
There it is.
Oh, yes.
So I
But
guess.
yeah, that was definitely my first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. My
That's a good
first
one.
concert was Jimmy Buffett.
See, I was pretty proud of Leanne Rimes.
Yeah.
Because she was like the hot
Really
hot
was.
shit.
She
and
was.
it was like she was 16 and
Coyote
like,
Ugly, remember?
oh my God. Every time I hear Pour Some Sugar, I feel like I need to get on a bar and like whip my hair back and forth and just be like, whoop, not like Willow Smith, but just like sexy, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like you guys can't see what we're doing right now, but we're doing
Honey
it.
Suits wisping her hair around.
Woo!
But yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was good.
I'm telling you. Okay, so on to... Sorry, guys, we jumped really quickly to another subject. Here's the thing about Melissa and I.
Yep.
Our brains are fun, and they really don't tend to stay on track.
Nope.
So we might jump back and forth from subject to subject.
Quite a few times. We have a lot of ideas in our head, and we just want to tell you them all. That's all. Okay. So we do have another subject.
Okay.
If we have time.
We have enough time. Okay. We are going to be girly girls right now, and we are going to talk about fashion.
Fashion.
Woo-hoo. And makeup.
Yep.
I guess it all plays in.
And I'm going to be the first person to admit, I don't really know much about fashion and makeup. I like it.
Yeah, me too. I don't either.
Like, I love MAC, but when I walk in there, they think I'm a hot mess because I'm like, I just don't get it. And I don't have time to do all that 6 eyeshadows, but I'm willing to learn.
We are willing to learn. Here's the thing, though, guys and gals, because there are guys out there that like to wear makeup too.
Guys like makeup, they like eyeliner.
Everybody. Here's the thing. Makeup, okay, I think it's all about what makes you feel good about yourself, okay? If you feel great not wearing makeup, if you feel great wearing a white tee and, you know, jean shorts or sweatpants, whatever you want to wear.
Shorts.
Yep. If you don't feel like you want to wear a lot of makeup, if you feel like you want to wear a lot of makeup, if it makes you feel good, go for it, right? That's how I feel.
But there are a few don'ts.
I agree.
Especially when you get to a certain age.
Absolutely.
Like, if you're a mom, you should not be wearing hoochie cutter shorts.
Ooh, no.
Do people say hoochie cutter still?
No, I say another word besides hoochie, but I will erase that.
Well, we're uncensored here. Go ahead.
Coochie cutters. That's what this is all about, guys. Uncensored.
Uncensored.
Censored myself. I need to stop.
You were seeing Mealtime Uncensored right here.
Yep. Coochie cutters.
Coochie cutters
that feels
not
good saying that. Oh, I feel
Coochie
relief.
cutters.
Can I say it?
You can say it.
Go ahead.
Coochie cutters.
Coochie cutters. Char, say coochie cutters.
Hoochie or coochie?
Coochie.
Hoochie cutters.
Oh God, he said hoochie.
He said hoochie. He's so censored.
But yes, when moms wear.
There it is.
Oh, all right. Bringing up moms.
Oh.
Okay. Here's the thing,
Char.
guys. Mom jeans.
Oh.
All right. Now that we have a man in the... First off, Melissa,
Yes.
how do you feel about mom jeans?
I don't really like them.
And okay, that's good. That's okay.
And I just don't think they look. I think they make your butt look flat.
And long.
And long. And I just don't understand the trend. Like, I understand getting high-waisted pants, but not mom jeans.
Yeah.
Like, there's a difference.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
I do agree.
But I also don't know how I feel about the boyfriend jeans either. Sometimes they can work, and then others they're just like
Flat butt.
Yeah.
I know.
They look really
I've had bad
slouchy.
cases of both.
Yeah?
Flat butt and mom butt.
What constitutes mom jeans?
So mom jeans are like real high.
They're like, here's the thing I think what mom jeans do. Okay? Mom jeans come up just above or below the belly button and create a pouch in the front.
Absolutely. The fupa.
Doesn't matter how skinny you are, you will get a fupa.
You get that fupa. And they have really long zippers.
And then it doesn't look right.
No.
No. And then the back, it's also very long. But I feel like what makes a mom jean is where they place the pockets.
I was just thinking that as you were about to say it.
Right at the cup of the butt.
Like, why?
I don't know. It makes your butt look like
Terrible.
You got droopy drawers.
Droopy drawers.
We don't want that.
We don't want those. So don't.
High-waisted
if you
jeans are
want to do
different,
it.
I feel like.
I agree. There are some really good, very flattering high-waisted jeans.
Absolutely.
But what do you think, Phil?
As long as the butt looks good, I'm okay with it.
That's good. That's
Okay.
good.
All right.
Well, we want to hear what you guys think about mom jeans. Let us know. Mom
What do
butt,
you think a
high-waisted.
guy shouldn't wear?
Yes. I have plenty of things I could tell you.
Tell me your number one thing.
Please don't say stepdad shorts. Please don't say stepdad shorts.
I do have a problem with cargo shorts.
I was thinking that. Like, cargo shorts are just the worst.
They are. Okay. I probably would get really excited though if Jingo jeans came back.
I just want to say that
Parachute pants.
Parachute.
as soon as you have somebody wearing cargo shorts and you need to stick something in them, you'll be happy that they're
Yes,
wearing them.
I agree.
true.
I agree. Well, here's the thing. There's a difference between cargo shorts with a few pockets and cargo shorts that have like pockets vomited all over them.
What about the cargo shorts that have zippers that go into pants?
Oh my god. Oh, what are the... Okay, what?
Convertible
okay, I feel
pants.
terrible. Oh, I feel terrible saying this, but you know, like the pants that go into capris?
Yeah.
They're like those little swooshy pants.
Oh yeah, the very soft ones.
I don't get that either.
I don't either.
And I don't get
I think a lot
super
of
tight.
people from maybe a
Latin.
different country.
Yes, I agree. And maybe that's the fashion over there.
It could be.
Yes. And
Well,
I'm
because my friend that lives in Belgium, she's got unique style that I wouldn't wear over here, but she is like the fashionista over in Belgium.
I do have one other thing, and I have a feeling you both will agree with me on this. Any man that bedazzles their shirt or has a bedazzled shirt, remember, bedazzled. Gems.
So we're talking affliction?
We're talking affliction.
Affliction.
Yes, affliction. Mm-hmm.
And like, don't be that guy that wears the name brand shirts like Tap Out
Yes.
that
no.
says, I wear Tap Out. Like,
Yep.
it's just, no.
We get it. It says it on your shirt.
Yeah.
You wear it.
I think a lot of cursive is not good either.
No. You know, and I also like don't like really long short shirts.
No.
Like, just wear a shirt that fits you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Ooh.
Ugh,
No.
no.
I just get bothered. Oh my gosh, pop collars. I saw somebody with a pop collar
They
the other day,
still wear
and I just
pop
wanted to go up
collars.
and flick his ear. I didn't even want to put the collar down. I just
Was
wanted
it
to
both
go.
sides or one side?
Both.
Kanye pulled it off for a while.
Yeah, Kanye's Kanye though. He's God.
true.
Remember?
He's not. Kanye,
God.
Kanye loves
He
Kanye.
invented the collar.
He did.
It was the 13th day. He created collar.
You did.
I believe.
Oh,
Pop collar.
Top collar.
bless Kanye. You know what I also don't like
Hmm.
is where people wear like jean on jean.
Oh no.
I don't like it.
Nope. Unless you are Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears, you can't do it. You
2000,
just
what was
can't
that?
do it.
2002?
Something like that.
Yeah.
You just can't do it. I'm sorry.
You know what
I believe that Katy Perry tried this
I
past
think
year.
she did.
It didn't work.
I saw a meme the other day and it said, "If Britney Spears can survive 2007, you can do anything."
Yeah.
And I was
Yes,
like,
that's very
Yeah,
true.
if there's anything true that I've ever
no. Isn't that great?
That's
heard. Yeah.
So if you're ever having a rough time, remember Britney 2007.
2007. Just remember that
Mental
she got,
breakdown.
She got through it. You can get through it, girl.
Absolutely.
You got this.
Absolutely.
I think you have a lot to say about boots.
Oh God,
I feel like you do have like a little boot obsession. Sorry.
Obsession.
How about your
Obsession.
dad being able to pick out?
Okay, so here's a little fun fact. My dad, every Christmas buys me a pair of boots and a pair of heels. That's just Chaz Trippy. That's just who he is. So I kind of have become a shoe whore. Like, not really where I have to buy like really fancy shoes, but I like shoes and I appreciate them. I also appreciate if you wear shoes that are appropriate for your size
I agree.
too.
I can't wear heels.
You know, like it's no, not like that.
Oh, I know.
Like I'm saying,
No, I agree.
You know,
I agree.
like, just-
I understand.
if you can't wear heels, don't wear heels, girl.
Just rock it any other way.
Rock them in tennis shoes. And I'm very particular about boots and
Me
the
too.
sizes and the
I
shape.
love boots.
I do too. You wear a lot of short boots. See, I
love
wear
boots.
long
Mhm.
boots.
See, I'm a very tall girl. I'm 5'10".
You're tall.
I'm a tall girl.
You have a style that you pull off quite well.
Thank you very much. That's the thing I think about fashion and style is you can make your own style. Whatever you're comfortable in, rock it. Don't feel that you have to wear something because everyone else is wearing it or because they think it's cool. I feel like, I don't know, I kind of try and develop mine every single day. Something different.
Yep.
But I'm still comfortable in it.
Was there ever a style that you was kind of in for a while and you pulled it off and you did it well, but then you like took it too long, and then like somebody kind of like graciously let you know like you shouldn't really do that anymore?
I have a couple styles I regret,
I
and
do
one of
too.
those was the white T-shirts with a spaghetti strap over it. Did you ever used to do that?
No.
Like Blossom?
Like when you wanted to wear a spaghetti strap, but you couldn't wear a
So you
spaghetti
wore the shit
strap,
underneath it.
so you wore a white T-shirt underneath it.
I'll tell
I
you about
remember
mine.
getting one at Rave,
Oh,
and I
Ray.
remember coming home with my mom, just showing her the strapless, the spaghetti strap, And she said, I don't know who bought you that or where you got that, but you're taking it back. You are not wearing that. And I was like, but. And she said, no. And then I had to bring out the white shirt that I bought, that my friend's mom bought me too. And I was like, this goes underneath it. And she was like, that's much better. And I was so upset because I wanted to wear just a spaghetti strap. Not under Mama Trippy's terms.
I used to wear this shirt, and it was a purple, like, how do I explain it? Like silky button-down short sleeve plaid shirt. I wore it all the time. It was like, think about Night at the Roxbury. Okay?
Yeah.
You know the brothers?
Yeah. Great
Mine was
movie.
purple plaid.
Did you ever, I think it was probably about 5th or 6th grade. So it would have been like, I don't know, it may have been gone by you. I remember wearing men's or boys' collared shirts were in style. Charlie, do you remember that?
Collared shirts. I remember wearing collared shirts all
And it
the
was
time.
like wearing like a boy's. And I remember going into my brother's closet and taking one of his shirts and wearing it to school. And he didn't catch me, but then I remember begging him to wear another one. And he let me.
Oh.
He did.
Was that
and
the Tommy Hilfiger days?
it was the Tommy Hilfiger, and I think I took my school picture in it. But I don't know how that. It was like the boys' collared shirts and jean shorts, and it's like no, that doesn't really work. And
I
it was
remember
those thick white shoes.
Jean shorts.
Those white shoes.
I don't remember what our big thing though was in school. Towards the end, I got so lazy. I wore these like purple. I had a thing for purple. I noticed,
did.
but I wore like purple swooshy pants and any shirt I could find.
Really?
I was really a hot mess in high school.
You were adorable.
I
We
was
would have been friends.
We would have been friends.
We wore a lot of jean shorts.
Yeah.
Jorts.
Yeah. Which you'll still see a lot of. They're actually native to Florida.
Yes, they are, and they are
So
still
it's-
worn quite frequently.
Yes.
That is a very
With no shame.
their natural habitat is actually downtown St. Petersburg.
I believe it. I totally outdid the classic Reebok stage.
Oh.
Yeah, I would get like the $60 classic Reeboks, and I would wear those. And then someone had to tell me like I shouldn't do that anymore.
No more white shoes.
No
Yeah.
more.
No more white 10.
Is that why you're a Nike snob now? You're done with Reebok? You were scarred.
Adidas and Reebok are
Maybe
out.
there is something. I should talk to a counselor about
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can talk to Mealtime Uncensored.
that. Do you have a
Here,
couch?
this
I
is
can
a
sit
safe-
on?
Hashtag Mealtime Uncensored if you have any advice for Phil.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a safe place
Hotlines
here.
you can go to.
Yeah. We've got your back, Lily.
The Reebok hotline.
I would rock Reebok still.
Would you?
Yeah, maybe if they're pumps. Remember the Reebok pumps?
Oh, I have another great fashion thing we could talk about, and my boyfriend knows this quite well. Skinny jeans. When is tight, just too tight.
For guys or girls?
Sometimes, okay, I will say this. Sometimes, I think there are a lot of guys that look good in skinny jeans. There's a difference between guy skinny jeans and girl skinny jeans.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. With guy skinny jeans, you still have breathing room.
Yeah.
Okay? You know when a guy is wearing girl skinny jeans.
Yeah. You can. 'cause
They're
it's
too low.
Pretty tight.
And they're too low.
And there are
Wait,
very
guys
low.
wear girl skinny jeans?
All
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Phil, what is your thought about skinny jeans?
My thighs are too big.
But
I
see,
can't do it.
that's most guys. Well, not really,
I like the
actually. A
chicken
lot of
legs.
guys
Guys have
those
chicken
little-
legs.
They sure do.
Nah, not this beefy stepdad.
No, but I think that like guys can wear skinny jeans, but they can't wear girl skinny jeans.
Yeah, I think some
just
guys
weird.
like pull it off.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's
Char,
not,
I like your skinny jeans.
Better.
we love you, Char. You look great in your skinny jeans.
Pretty much what we're just trying to say is, guys, if you're gonna wear skinny jeans, make sure they're meant for guys,
Wear
not
men's,
for girls.
you
Okay.
know. And what we're also trying to summarize is that we like fashion and we like makeup.
We do.
You know, we're willing to learn. If you guys have any tips and tricks of the trade of makeup or a fashion statement that we should know about,
Please inform us. We'll talk about it. We want to hear about it. We want to learn about it, and maybe we'll do it.
we want to be here for you guys.
We do. But I think that we're gonna try and end the vlog now. I know this was kind of, I'm sorry, the podcast. See, we're in vlog mode. We're in vlog mode.
We're still learning.
But we are gonna try and end the podcast now. I know it's kind of been all over the place. However,
we hope you guys have enjoyed it.
Yes, we've enjoyed it.
We have totally enjoyed it. And honestly, the funny thing is this conversation would have probably happened whether or not we were shooting for a podcast or not.
Very true. Very
Allie
true.
and I like to have these kinds of conversations.
And we have very random conversations, and we want you guys to be a part of them. So
please
remember,
hashtag
Mealtime Uncensored.
Thanks for listening, guys.
We
we'll
love
see you in a week.
Yay, see you in a week. And thank you, Phil,
Thank
for
you,
chiming
Phil.
in.
Thanks, Char.
Thanks for having
Thanks,
me.
Char.
Bye.
Bye.
This is the outro. Rockin' outro.
Outro.
Goodbye.